The issue is the UMNO-led government dealing with this, in a very ruthless and oppressive manner. Look at the way they handle Islam. Every single minor technical point is being used. It's not only Teo Beng Ho. Now every division head, every adun being investigated, and huge problems about some technical issues have to be explained. You spend hours with the MACC. Now, and then the media, as you know. So your question is, how do you deal with it? I think first, we should have the courage of conviction that we will stand together and believe that people are not that gullible, that Malaysians are mature enough. And we will have to work extra hard to meet and explain. And we have to have more committed Malaysians, Malays, Chinese, Indians, Dayaks, Kadazan, come in the open and say enough is enough. And we demand change from this rotten, oppressive, racist government. Look at the manner, today some of my friends are excited because they have banners throughout the country. But Anwar is pengkhianat. Okay, fair enough. I view it positively. At least I'm now in the limelight again. Otherwise, my worry is, Mandela told me once, he said, Anwar, I said, what was your concern as a politician? Not as a father, this is a politician, as a leader. He says, Anwar, after years in the solitary confinement and having no access to the media, I did think of a period that there is the possibility that people have forgotten about me. So I understand what is said, because I was also 6 years of solitary confinement. So I do have access after some time with lawyers from time to time and the family. But it's okay. I view it positively, fair. They portray me as an anti-Malay, not only anti-Malay, as a traitor to the Malays. The clear criminal defamation. What do I do? Threat with the legal suit. What else? You think I'm going to win the case? I don't know, very unlikely. But I will pursue the legal recourse. But what is my concern? Concern my friends and my family. Azizah was there today for the press conference. He said, you're going inside the Malays. This is the chief traitor of the Malays. From time immemorial, this is the person who will destroy the Malays. There will be few Malays who may be taken up by this propaganda and resort some very, very nasty action. And that is of course a concern. So my personal security now is at stake. So I'm going to get more security personnel around me. So there are problems and added cost to this. But otherwise, I've worked with the Malays for a long time. Somehow or other, deep inside, I don't believe that the vast majority of Malays will be as infantile or gullible or ignorant as to accept without question these allegations. So we will have to fight back and fight hard. The Malays are in this position. They are now portraying Malay poverty, Malay failure in the economy is because of the Chinese. That's what they say. And I can't understand why the MCA Chinese are still there. I can't understand. No, really. It's so blatant. It's nothing personal. Yes, they say Anwar is a betrayer to the Malay. Why? Because I say dismantle the new economic policy and build new economic agenda. Malaysian economic agenda for all. For Malays, Chinese, Indians. I'm not suggesting that just do the new economic policy and condemn the Malays. No. I say help the marginalized and the poor. But the economic policy is obsolete. We have lost competitiveness. We have to move on. Okay? Now, with the Chinese and the Indians, of course, supportive, because they say, look, Anwar is taking this position. Probably not many Malays have the courage to do that. I thought about it. Many of my people within Kalidan says Anwar a bit too to radical, the Malays may not be ready. I mean, to be fair, when we kids young, who would support that, but still say to me, Anwar, are you sure? You know, he's concerned about my credibility. How far can I push this agenda forward? But I do it because I'm convinced it is best for the country and also best for the Malays. Affirmative action, yes, based on need, not based on race. Jacob Zuma, the president of South Africa, asked me this question and asked me to give some notes why I say affirmative action based on need, not on race. Because the blacks suffered for far too long. When you use that same nuclear policy of UMNO, then you will have massive problems of cronyism, of corruption, etc. And people say, oh, Anwar, now you're saying that. But I give this example. When I campaigned for Nurul Izzah Lebah Pantai, I said, this young girl did well in her studies, accepted University Petroleum in Toronto. And then I went to register. You know, I'm some crazy idea myself. Because it's a personal thing, I drove my old car, I got Aziza and the whole family in the car. But of course, there's a security team following because I was Deputy Prime Minister. So I went for the registration. Visa, binti Anwar, okay, Bapak A, semua benda okay. So, Petronas kata okay, terima kasih tu. Daftar, okay. Bayar macam mana? Oh, tak bayar. You don't need to pay anything. What? Because she the Petronas scholarship. I said, thank you. Tapi dia kata, I nak pergi keuangan, timbalan Perdana Menteri. How do I accept the scholarship? No, it's automatic. No, we did not apply. Automatically given. But I then said, no, I don't think this kind of Azizah said, no, terima kasih banyak, but I bawa 40 checkbook, saya kata, okay, I'll sign this, dia masuk tu RM6,000, sebab kalau ada sign. Dia tak boleh dia kata tu, Yang Amat Berhormat, don't forget. Tak ada punya Yang Amat Berhormat ni. Dia Yang Amat Berhormat, saya tak boleh terima. I said, why? Dia kata, she is entitled and therefore we could accept the money. I said, you go talk to your superiors now and you send the check now. Oh, they penny. Then call immediately, okay. Then I pay. I tell you, thank you, my lucky star. I tell you. Had I accepted the scholarship, yeah. And that was 96. Yeah. So I mean, in a small way, I had that, which is not there. Mahathir accepted scholarship for his children. Of course, billions for the son in bailouts. That's why he's still very angry with me. I've forgiven him 3 times. He's still angry with me. So somebody, when I was giving a lecture in Jeddah, somebody was saying, this is interesting, Who puts you into jail? You put Mahathir into jail or Mahathir put you into jail? I said, why? Because you seem to be more relaxed and you're joking about it, you're forgiven him. He's still angry against you. Poor old man. Anyway. The moral of the story of the scholarship is this. I mean, I cannot accept this scholarship because not only there are poor Chinese, poor Indians, but also poor Malays not given scholarship. You see the contradiction here. So kalau poor Malays are complaining, poor Chinese, they look, my daughter obtained 9 A1s. She can't get a place in the faculty and she can't even get any assistance. I mean, that's not fair. How do I go and explain? Now, if we have a transparent policy, they will say, okay, all poor. If they are Malay poor and then they don't qualify, give them additional training. Don't push and force them to be taken. Give additional training. Okay. But we do assist. For example, you are in Ulu Tepalik, of a student in Kapit, Dayak, or Penang near Kapit. Actually, I will give additional assistance. Okay, additional 1 year, intensive training, resit for the exams before being admitted. That is called affirmative action. But what is happening in the new economic policy, the Bumi Putra policy, which has been agreed, is that you automatically award children of unknown leaders and their cronies. And this must change. Just because I do that, it does not mean I betray the cause of the Malays. Because I do not compromise on the need and the principle of distributive justice. You can't talk about growth, about impressive statistics, if you don't care about the problems of the poor and the marginalized. If you are really concerned with poor and marginalized, it cannot be based on race. It must be based on the principle of justice and equal opportunities. And that we are prepared to fight to make sure that it works in this country.